Hi, I'm Steve. I'm at Carbone Nissan picking up a fuel-efficient Nissan Rogue, heading up to Wellnesste Nature Center and Lodge. Then I'm going to podcast with the Upstate experience, take some pictures for iNaturalist. We should have a great day today. I'll see you soon. Right now, I'm snowshoeing around the grounds of the Wellnesste Nature Sanctuary and Lodge. Every time I come here, I see why it's one of the premier destinations in upstate New York. A very beautiful place, lots of incredible nature around, which makes it easy to take pictures of biodiversity and upload them to iNaturalist, which I also run the project via their site. In winter, I always look for animal prints. To me, they are flowers that come out of the snow. Conifers always show up so well in wintertime. They're one of my favorite type of trees. I actually run a project for iNaturalist on conifers in the Adirondacks. And there are definitely some small and large conifers here at Wellnesste Nature Sanctuary and Lodge. We'll definitely be checking more of those out. 32 mile per gallon highway, 2020 Midnight Pine Nissan Rogue, courtesy of Carbone Nissan. Now I'm going to grab my snowshoes and head back out. Snowshoeing is one of my favorite winter activities, and I highly suggest it's something everybody try. I see quite a bit of animal tracks around. That's a great sign of a healthy ecosystem. I'm checking out some of the fuel economy settings in the Rogue, but up ahead, I see one of my favorite things. Lichen. There's a section of different conifers over here, and as we can see, the biodiversity of lichen in this area is very healthy. Good colorization too. A lot of times you'll get shading from light to dark green to almost a bluish grays, red, orange, yellow. Extremely beautiful. Now, right over here, there's a beautiful, beautiful pond. Still looks nice in the winter, but in the spring, summer, and fall, you've got to see it. One thing I really like about this nature sanctuary and lodge center is every season it looks exquisite. And up ahead is the East Fish Creek. How incredible. Christoph, this place is amazing.
Thanks, Steve. Awesome having you guys out, man. It's a beautiful day in upstate New York. Blue sky. We got about 18 inches of snow on the ground. We're here at Sigurd Olson's cabin. That's the newest creation.
Wow, the view from this new cabin is incredible.
That's nice.
Oh wow, there's an eagle right there.
Yeah. Eagle showing off right here by the cabin on a beautiful winter day. I'm here with Johnny from the Upstate Experience. Say hey, man.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
And Steve from Steve Explorer.
Hi.
And yeah, so we're here at Wellnesste. Wellnesste, you know, I bought this place 16 years ago. It was an old hunting camp, and now we have 60 acres of conservation land, including some permanent conservation easements on some wetlands that we've restored. We have a half-mile on the river, a couple of spring-fed ponds, and of course we have some nice cozy little cabins that guests from all over the world enjoy.
Some on the Canadian side, it's a little more populated, but you do have that there really was no one there but farmers. So they called the bridge to nowhere because there's no major cities. So when they built this bridge, they literally, on the Canadian side and the United States side, they just collected farmers who had lost their farms because of depression, and they hired them, they trained them, and they built the bridge.
Wow.
One of the, because you know we're all conservation minded here. One of the worst things they did though was, and I think it was a tale of the time.
Yeah.
There's, and you can see it, it's near Rock Island Lighthouse. there's a half, well, I guess it's fully submerged depending on the height of the river, which is a whole other issue. But depending on the height of the river, it's fully submerged. They had what would you call it? I guess a tugboat, right?
Yep.
Or like, for their construction supplies, and they kept it underneath the Thousand Islands Bridge while they were doing construction. Well, when they were done with it, they thought, oh, you know what we'll do with this? We'll just, we'll go sink it over there.
Really?
So they did just that. Yeah, they literally, thought, they scrapped everything that was inside of it,
Yeah.
but instead of scrapping the parts or doing anything with it, it was just common practice. They literally took it over towards the island, explosives, blew a hole in it, sunk it, and now it's just chilling there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I guess to a degree, a lot of different things grew over it over time. But
Sure. The other thing that I'd like to mention is, because we're talking about conservation and such, we had a really cool group a couple of years ago from Responsible Travel.
Okay.
And that's an awesome website if anybody is into conservation, the outdoors, and travel specifically. They promote eco-friendly tourism.
Cool.
And they named us as one of the top 10 things to do in New York State, which was really cool.
Woo!
So if you're into
Nice.
travel and stuff, and you're looking for unique places to go, and definitely check out that website too.
Yeah.
I have no affiliation with them. They're just super nice folks, and it was a pleasure hosting them and all that. So thanks again for coming out. And
Yeah.
Steve, thanks as far as the help with the biodiversity project. And can you share a little bit more about what you got planned and the other biodiversity stuff you got going on?
Yeah, one of the sites that I work with and apps also, iNaturalist.org. As I mentioned, they're headed by the California Academy of Science. I actually run an admin 5 different projects: Eastern Coastal Forests, Adirondack Mountain Conifer Biodiversity, Beetle Biodiversity of New York State, which New York State I believe has 131 different beetle species, and a lot of stuff affects those. Temperature, can affect the different colors that they are. Another one is the biodiversity of nightshades. There's a lot of important plants that are nightshades, from flowers to food. And of course the Wellnesste Nature Sanctuary Biodiversity Project, which takes place all over the property, and the East Fish Creek as well. Besides everything on iNaturalist, I do have the YouTube channel where I talk about the nature of the Earth, and I will load it up with all of our links, obviously.
Yeah.
And my own company that I try to run is eco-friendly as possible. Parkview Auto USA. It's very difficult for a lot of automotive-based companies to recycle and reuse and repurpose things.
Yeah.
But that is a big purpose of mine, is to repair and restore and reuse. If you enjoyed my video from today, please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to share. Also, check out the podcast from Upstate Experience, and all the links in the description, including Wellnesste Nature Sanctuary and Lodge.